The Atlanta Falcons are finally giving the city some hope. They had a fantastic draft, and while I wouldn't like the value of Bijan Robinson, the talent is certainly there. And that's going to be one of the main things we focus on as we focus on how their offense is being completely rebuilt and how that offense is going to give Atlanta a chance in the future. They have a chance to become one of the few teams that can go from worst to first in their division, as the NFC South is really weak and the Falcons are building something up. They definitely don't have all the pieces together, but this season is going to be an extremely important season where a lot of their young, talented players are going to have a chance to shine. And one of those key players is going to be Bijan Robinson. So the first thing we'll do in this video is take a look at Bijan Robinson and see what he does well. And then we'll take a look at the Atlanta Falcons and see why Bijan's fit is so perfect, even if it did cost a top pick. What's up, guys? I'm Tyler Coker, and I'm your host for today's episode of Today with Tyler. I hope you enjoy. Let's first take a look at what got Bijan Robinson drafted in the first round. First, simple power. If you need a running back to gain a couple of yards, Robinson has the strength to be a workhorse and put his head down for the offense. He also is extremely valuable in the passing game, ripping seams from the backfield and destroying coverage. But perhaps what excited the Falcons the most was Robinson's abilities in the zone running game. Texas is running a zone sweep from a two-back look, and Robinson is given the ball. His role is to read the blocks, make a cut, reading the line from outside in. After seeing the edge and defensive tackle get outside his blockers, Robinson cuts into the A-gap between the center and guard. His agility is perfect for his own system filled with cuts, and Robinson quickly reads the second level to see he has to cut again toward the sideline. He finesses his way past an open defender to grind out even more yards than expected, which is what makes Bijan so valuable. No matter how messy the line gets, Bijan can find gaps in the defense and grind out extra yards, which is going to make the Falcons' offense that much more deadly. Now, let's take a look at the Falcons' offense itself and see how Bijan's skills mess with Arthur Smith's system. The Falcons were second in the NFL in rushing yards per game at 160 yards, only behind Chicago, who basically resurrected the Wildcat with Justin Fields. Despite their high tendency to run, Atlanta was also extremely efficient, running at nearly 5 yards a carry with Tyler Algier and Cordarrelle Patterson. Aside from the silent talent of the running back room, Atlanta's rushing success is heavily influenced by their rebuilt offensive line. The line consists of elite offensive tackles in Jake Matthews and Caleb McGarry, the best guard in the game in Chris Lindstrom, and two young, talented interior offensive linemen in center Drew Dahlman and projected guard Matthew Bergeron. The offensive line has the makings of a top 5 line in the NFL, and assuming they continue their efficiency, Bijan is going to run even more freely as a rookie. Looking at a sample play from the season, the Falcons are also running a zone sweep. Patterson is a running back and is also reading the line from outside in, hitting the freeway-sized gap the offensive line makes. The Falcons are a well-disciplined run team, and even their wide receivers block well, helping Patterson run through the second level. By putting the ball in an even more dynamic athlete's hands like Bijan Robinson, the Falcons are only going to be more unstoppable. Not to mention, Desmond Ridder is entering his first true year as a starter, and showed a decent amount of promise in his limited action last season. The Falcons have a very talented core of receiving threats with Kyle Pitts and Drake London, and Jonnu Smith is reuniting with head coach Arthur Smith, who was Tennessee's offensive coordinator when Jonnu broke out. The Falcons have a very talented offense, and won't be a surprise if they make a push for their division title with such a deep offensive talent. So Atlanta's cooking. The Falcons are finally bringing hope to the city again. And while that is dangerous with Atlanta sports, as we've seen through countless comebacks, the Falcons are finally hopeful. They have a chance to win their division, which is saying a lot, but also they do have a very weak division. And as a team that's banking on a young, cheap quarterback and a lot of young talent around it, and a very smart offensive coordinator, it's going to be a very fun year. I look forward to seeing them play. I look forward to watching them play all the different teams that they do. And I want to see them succeed because this team has the talent and its fans deserve some greatness. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.